Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another show with the Sports Lounge. We're here live at Johnny Rockets, 16L2 of Gabi Street. Before we go into today's show, like we always do, we always sing. And yesterday was really buzzing because, oh man, my blood pressure for that second half. So we'll start by singing our favorite song or one of our favorite chants. So let's go. We are top of the league. We are top of the league. We're Sporting Lagos. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're Sporting Lagos. We're top of the league. We know they come out. We know they come out. We're Sporting Lagos. We know they come out. Vema, you're not at the game because of your beloved team. We'll get back to you, but we'll start with Molo this evening. Molo, what did you think about that game? And how was it? It can't be only me that felt the way I felt yesterday.
Nah, the game was different. It was more exciting for me because I actually saw progress from what we started with in the season. In the beginning of the season, that midfield was zero. It was like once the ball gets there, they just stroll through. But from then to now, actually upgraded, and we actually had a lot of control, especially in the first half. It was reminiscent of what Arsenal does. First half, they bombard, then they do anyhow. If they have sense, they will score their goals. If they don't have sense, that they miss their chances, and then they concede. At the point we conceded, I thought that the things needed to be refreshed, to bring in someone that can put a spark because Orji had been overworked. Created throughout the first half, had to take matters into his own hands and try to score because everybody was missing chances. Taro and the number 7, I keep forgetting his name. So it was frustrating for him and he had overworked himself. And second half, he had to even be coming back because the left back was not even absent again for some weird reason. So second half, we needed that spark. It came a little late, but it came and happened in our main man, Kalu. Came up with the goal, and at that point, I partially lost my voice because I shouted so much, which was odd. As in yesterday night, I could not speak like that because it was crazy. Yeah, it was exciting, I won't even lie. And it was a very good finish to the end of the game. Yeah,
thank you very much, Bo. I want to pick one or two things from what you said. Before the game started, when I heard the lineup, no Vincent, no Kalu, I'm like, this midfield is going to be a midfield that does not have the presence of Odumodu Black in it. We'll talk about West Ham versus Man U later on in the show. But
of course,
Vincent, we had lost someone in his family. That's why he has not been playing. He has not been involved in the last 3 games. Kalu was sick in the last game. That's why he didn't start. But how well was the DM that played? I don't know his name. The guy that is kind of like stocky.
Yeah, I saw him and I think he should continue playing.
Yeah, there was one he maneuvered.
Yeah. So there were 2 of them that were actually very good yesterday. The number 6, I keep forgetting his name. It's hard to remember their name sometimes. Yeah. Number 6, I think it was number 20 or something. I can't remember. It was taller, stocky. The guy was actually marshalling the midfield in defensive phase. It was what we had missed because when we had Vincent and I think the number 6 had been playing over time, the thing is that we could do the normal tapping, but there was nobody to actually say he's a protector for the defense. Everybody just wanted to do their thing up top. I think it was Taro. The first game was Taro, Vincent, and I think the number 6 guy, Taro number 10. So everybody was just doing, okay, we want to go and score, want to show our skills. But then there was nobody to protect the defense. So when everybody was fine, for some reason we lost possession, it became everybody started running back to catch up, which was not sustainable. But the guy there, he was almost there all the time. Apart from number 6 that kept on supporting him, he was there all the time. You would just see anything, he's just there. You see one big guy there that is obstructing view, and you could just know that, okay, there was something there. So the presence, even if it wasn't the best player on the pitch, the presence is a key figure. And people underestimate the presence of having just a man there that, okay, you are just not seeing free road. The fact that he's there positionally makes a big difference. And I think it was key for us yesterday. Every other person could do what they liked up front. They knew that at least the defense was covered to a level. So it was actually key for us. I don't know his name. I'm going to learn his name now. So he must continue playing.
It's not only review, Taro, Kalu and Orji.
We must know everybody's name.
After the game, the coach opened up about playing a hybrid formation. I didn't really see it, but I now understand how hybrid it was, saying that Orji sort of like played. I remember when Tuchel did it when Chelsea played Spurs like last season, where your left wing is your left wing back and also your left back, depending on how
I think I got that.
Game goes. But before we go to a roundup of Europe Top 5 leagues, I want to put you on the spot. Next week, or rather this weekend, because we're in a new week already. This weekend, Gateway United. Next week, Ogbomoso Crown FC. And the last game of the season, Smart City. Do you think we can make the Super 8?
To be honest, I believe it's ours to lose because I think next game is a home game.
Yes.
Against Gateway United. Right?
Yes.
Gateway we can beat them. We drew in their house.
Yeah.
So we can beat them. They don't seem as organized as we are. We've actually grown.
Yeah.
So I think it's achievable. We just have to stick to what we've been doing and continue adjusting the places we need to fix. We still have that problem in attack with getting goals. We already have a creative outlet in Orji.
Oh my gosh. Brilliant footballer.
Reminiscent of old school gigs. Left leg to die for. Just go to that wing and just put in the crosses and everything. Now the problem I think we have now is someone that can finish, that can get on the end of crosses. As we are crying for our fellow Bruno Fernandes in Man U for someone to finish his created chances, but yeah. So just need someone to be on the end of that ball. I think Samuel can do that, but the problem is his finishing, his final ball is still lacking. He had a chance like yesterday that he skied. I think he's too eager to score, to make a point. Of course, the takers are there.
Yeah.
He can dribble you to death, but the problem is that final ball needs to get. But I think he just needs to calm down a little and he can actually make that step. So he just if he can get the attacker someone to convert the chances, I believe it's ours to lose, to be honest.
Thank you very much. Vema, welcome to your debut on the Sports Lounge at Johnny Rockets.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that you've been avoiding any weekend Arsenal loses. So we'll start from your win. It's one of the wins that personally I did not see coming. You're also one of the only sides this season that failed to concede against this brilliant Newcastle side, home or away. At Emirates, you guys played goalless, 0-0 over the Christmas period. And yesterday you played 2-0. And it could have been more if other players were brilliant. But I will let you do the analysis and the paralysis. How well has Arsenal been since you guys left the Europa League claiming to win the league?
Oh, first things first, I will start with this. I think I always say this from time to time, that I feel the only thing that can stop Arsenal from winning the league this season is Manchester City. And looking at the year, we've played, I think, more than 20 matches, thereabouts. And we have only lost to 2 teams this year.
Wow, that's impressive.
And that's Man City and Everton. We've lost to Man City twice, and we've lost to Everton once.
Yes.
So that's like showing that if we could actually get those results against City, not minding the other matches that we actually drew, we could still be top of the league with 83 points, while Man City would have 78 points. So that's true that the importance of the Man City double header was very obvious in the title race. So against Newcastle, it was very easy in the sense that one wanted to play the match. I tried as much as possible to remember whatever must have happened last season. And I think Arteta is just having this inexperience issue. And that's really affecting his decision making in play. Like, for example, against Liverpool, we could have actually won that game if he made a quick sub, in the sense that he saw that Zinchenko was actually getting tired. He could have changed the game and brought in Tierney to actually stop Salah and allow Gabriel to actually have this kind of rest during the match. But it was all Gabriel assisting with Salah until Arnold cooked Zinchenko. And what was that? A goal. But yesterday, we watched the match. We were unlucky and were still lucky. First minute, by Murphy. Next thing, penalty. Obvious. Up till now, I'm still trying to
How they call that?
How the ref actually calmed down
penalty.
to call that a penalty, because the guy's hand was even by his side. First things first, what I've been watching about EPL this season, when the hand is by your side, they do not blow it.
Even if it touches you, yes.
So I was surprised he actually blew the PK. And it took him almost 5 minutes to decide the ball actually hits Kyo's laps or time. So it was surprising to me, like he actually wanted to give the penalty against Arsenal. So after that, I think the next thing that happened was Arsenal scored through Odegaard. A wonderful, nice play.
It's not the first time he's doing something like that this season.
I think it was against Tottenham. I think at White Hart Lane or Emirates. I can't really remember. It was similar. Saka this time giving Odegaard the pass. This time around, it was Saka to Jorginho to Odegaard. So it was a brilliant goal. After that, Arsenal had like 2 or 3 clear-cut chances. one to Martinelli, one to Saka, and Odegaard also. So, like, those 3 chances already should have killed the game.
The person I want to actually ask you about is the person we're not really excited about his signing. How good do you think has Jorginho been this season so far? He was the man of the match yesterday.
Okay, first things first. I think I was actually more excited about Jorginho signing than Kyo, because at the World Cup, I felt like Kyo wasn't really composed. I watched the Argentina match, I watched the Poland match. It wasn't really composed. To me, when I tried to check him out, he plays DM. So I was surprised that we are buying a DM
to play left centre back.
Yeah. But I was still expecting maybe an Arteta magic from the guy. So, like, the first match he played, he was shambolic against Sporting Lisbon.
I remember that game. First leg against Sporting.
I don't know how a defender will be in the pitch and will not be able to win a clean header. It was a terrible play for me. Yeah, so I was not even excited about him, even when he came to Arsenal. Because the first match he played, he was terrible. The second match was, I think, a cameo against Liverpool. Yeah. What did you do? Like, to me, the sub was it was a very stupid sub from Arteta. Like, why would you bring him in? Why? To come and do what? So I was like, at that time, I was expecting Tierney to come in. So seeing Jacob, I was like, what's this guy doing here? Yeah. What did the first thing he did? Just entered. Like, I was pissed, because I felt like that was not the match we should lose. Ramsdale did so much for us not to lose, for us not to even draw that match. He did everything he could, and we eventually drew the match. To me, as at that time, I was saying 1 point gain because of the whole scenario during the match. But after a while,
looking at hindsight,
man, now don't fuck up. So basically, it is what it is.
So what of Trossard and what of Trossard? You've spoken about Jorginho, you've spoken about Kyo. How will you rate Trossard signing?
Trossard came in with fire.
So you're not one of the people that feel Trossard should be starting ahead of anybody in your front 3 at the moment?
I think I've had these arguments with someone. I would definitely prefer him starting ahead of Saka right now.
That would be very difficult for Arteta to make.
I'm not
considering he's the person with the most goal contributions for your team.
Exactly, but that's the actual truth. He has been Saka's. I will blame it on fatigue. He has not been there
since the 2-2 Sporting Lisbon game.
Yeah, I think he has had maybe out of like 6 or 7 matches we have played. He has been there in maybe 2 matches.
Crystal Palace.
You understand? Not Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace and Sutton.
Okay, yes, Sutton. Yes, Sutton.
So you get what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm saying. He has not been there. So if you want to call a player that you want Trossard to start ahead of right now, it is Saka, easily.
Right. Thank you very much, Vema. So away from the teams that have confirmed their top 2 status in Premier League to the team from Manchester who could not secure a win against a team from London. Mo, how far now?
In retrospect, I think we're just helping our old boy Moyes. Just let him talk. We just gave him something.
No, but Conference League is the goal, Mo. So you cannot pin yesterday's defeat on.
No,
helping your old boy.
We could still be helping our old boy. 2 things can coexist.
Well,
but that's by the way. Let me just be serious. Yeah, it was yeah, it was. I won't lie. I've had the same worries for a bit. When I saw the lineup, I just laughed because it seemed like
ghosts.
It was ETH. So let me just be clear now. I'm not an ETH fanboy.
Oh,
I don't believe he's all encompassing. I don't believe he knows every single thing. Yeah. I'm somebody that believes in coaches and humans.
Yeah.
Even Ferguson made mistakes and has owned up to it. I believe that you can question everything every coach does until it works. If it's not working, question it immediately. So ETH has been one that can question some decisions, especially when it comes to when you don't have exactly what you want. So I respect coaches that are dynamic because of course I'm a Ferguson fan and that's the number one most dynamic coach ever in this life. Yeah. If he doesn't get what he wants, he makes sure that what he has works to a level that is not disrespectful enough.
I mean, that's why I won leagues with Anderson and Cleverly.
Bro, He played a right back in DM while he had a young game on the bench and still won the match. He played Raphael then.
He played seven defenders against Arsenal in FA Cup match and we lost.
So it is something like I like those kind of coaches that okay, they know that okay, I can't get what I want. I'm not Pep that has the full squad. It's one of the things that I think Arteta has to learn to, and you've mentioned this, so I can't even agree with that. I don't have my full squad, but what I have now, how can I best use it in formation? Of course, they can't do what I want. So what else can I tweak around? That's why, as much as I hate McFred, I understand that they have a function in some games. I can understand the game. For example, if you are playing a Man City and you don't have the score to dominate them, McFred is your perfect, is your best.
Destroy man. That's what Tom calls them.
They won't do anything, but they will disrupt the flow.
Confusion.
And when you disrupt the team that likes interplay, they don't know what to do. And that's why I have a problem with ETH when he still tries to play some things, sometimes when even though it's obvious it's not working. And when he started this game, when got in a 10th position was just a no-no.
I want to come to something about the game before I talk about United's top 4 race.
Okay.
And last but not least, ETH's poor away form. Can I mention some of the teams ETH has lost and dropped?
Oh, don't worry, I know. I dropped the stats recently.
Okay. But before I get to that, do you know 3 people played against a West Ham defender that has 2 away goals and 3 error leading to goals yesterday, and none who have a successful take-home against him? That was how disastrous your game was. Silokera, Sancho played there, Rashford played there, Bruno played there, and none of them could find joy.
Can I ask you a question? Who started there? Bruno, right?
It was Bruno.
Who played like 60 minutes of the game there? Who was that?
It was Sancho.
No, 60 minutes of the
60
game.
minutes of the game.
Bruno, right?
Bruno, it was Bruno.
Okay. I'm someone that likes stats. So I normally use every, I check people's stats. If you check Bruno's kick-on stats as a player, whether he's playing well or not, he's in like the 30th or 40th percentile in top 5 leagues of people that take on. His take-ons are less than 1 per game. He's not a dribbler. What? So Bruno is someone that knows his strengths and tries to utilize that. A lot of people talk about why he releases the ball one time. He has great vision. So once he sees, he doesn't like to dilly-dally and try to release it. So when you set up like that, I get him even trying to wrestle, but Weghorst has no business even starting the process of playing 10 because he hasn't done anything to warrant getting a shot at all to get minutes. Man, he left to me. He hasn't done anything to be a sub option. He has 14 games in the league without a goal as a striker. That's outrageous.
That's crazy.
It's the worst low move we had in the history of Man United. I can remember. Even Igalo was better than him.
God.
Igalo came over and scored goals. A few goals.
Weghorst hasn't scored in the Premier League.
He has scored 14 games.
And he has played more minutes than Martial.
Because Martial was even injured. There was a time Martial was come off with 10 minutes.
When is Martial fit?
Last 2 years, never. So yeah, leave it at that. I can say, so the thing is that he knew that he didn't have his full squad. He knew that we were lacking in some things, but he did not plan for it. Again, you knew you were not going to gain possession with Weghorst, Bruno, and Rashford up top. And then who did you put at their back? You put Eriksen and Casemiro. Please, the only person that can actually do anything in possession there under pressure is Casemiro. Eriksen is a cone.
He was just following them all around yesterday. And that was the obvious thing. Anytime Rice was with the ball yesterday, I noticed Eriksen was just following them.
There was a time beginning of season that was
he could not even make any attempt.
It's not wrong. There was a time they were told there was a stupid stats were bringing up. Most ground cover was Eriksen. What was he doing with the ground cover? Nothing.
Running. Sarcasm.
He'll be jogging after you.
Eriksen is still on 7 assists, Abi. He has been on 7 assists before he got injured.
The funny thing, his creativity has even diminished. It's that bad. So Eriksen is probably the worst of the ball CM I've seen in my whole life as a football watcher. McTominay and Fred are better than him of football by a mile. Yeah.
So let's just do a snapshot. So I'll call clubs in different parts of London and I'll tell you the ones that you've lost or drawn away. Let's go to Birmingham. Wolves, narrow 1-0 win. That was the day that they said Rashford missed his alarm. He slept too late.
And did not start the game.
Slept too early. He did not start the game. So that's clear.
Yeah.
The other team from Birmingham in the league, Aston Villa, beautiful Lucadinho free kick. I forgot who scored the second goal. You lost that game 3-1.
Yeah.
Those are the only teams from Birmingham in the league.
I think first game for
Unai
Emery, yeah.
Now let's go to London. Arsenal, you lost to Arsenal.
Have we beaten anybody in London?
I'm getting there. Brentford, you lost to Brentford.
Damn.
Which other team from
London? I think Chelsea
Fulham.
did not. Just you want Chelsea now?
No, they drew.
No, we drew.
1-1. 1-1. Casemiro last minute equalizer. Brentford, you lost to Brentford away.
Yeah.
West Ham, you lost to West Ham
yesterday.
Of
course, you have to emphasize
Fulham,
that.
No, I have to emphasize. That's why I won my Thanksgiving.
You won Fulham 2-1.
Fulham, you won Fulham 2-1. So Fulham is basically the only team in London that you've beaten away from home. Manchester, I mean, it was tennis now. It was US Open in Manchester.
Let's move 6-3. Let's move on. Let's move on, please.
Now let's go to the other games that you could have killed. I forgot the last thing from London. Spurs 2-0. You were leading.
Spurs.
You were leading Spurs
2-0.
You allowed Pedro Porro to form prime Kyle Walker
for you.
And I think he was either man of the match or they gave him a shout out in that game. Before we round up the first segment of our show tonight, the UEFA Champions League semi-final resumes tomorrow. Mo, I just want one name. You are our Serie A contributing editor and correspondent. Inter Milan or AC Milan, who makes the final? Over 2 legs.
Personally.
You're a Lazio fan, so please okay, so you like one of them.
No.
Just call one name.
No, so my head is telling me Milan.
But I have a soft spot for Inzaghi.
Okay, so
what he's telling me AC Milan.
AC Milan.
AC Milan just look like they can't get it done.
Okay, thank you very much. Vema, City or Madrid? One name and why?
City Haaland.
That's enough.